The year 2016, a period in which justice was taken to the communities, and reducing the backlog in the courts became a mantra. Justice for one, justice for all. Throughout the year, the ministry led by Portfolio Minister Delroy Chuck accelerated the implementation of the Jamaican Justice System Reform Project. The three-year $7 billion project got a major boost late 2016 when the European Union provided a $3.3 billion grant.
There are specific objectives, including improving service delivery in the justice sector, increasing access to gender-responsive, accountable, and effective justice services, especially for the vulnerable in our society.
Jamaicans should begin to see significant results in terms of turnaround times, access to justice for marginalized groups such as the poor and the mentally ill, far fewer children facing formal prosecution in the criminal justice system, and more cases being tried in the expanded courts of petty session.
During the year, the ministry piloted several pieces of legislation to speed up and improve the delivery of justice. In May, the Jury Act was passed to reduce the number of jurors required to try non-capital murders from 12 to 7. The Road Traffic Act and the Interpretation Act also got Parliament's approval. Same for the Restorative Justice Act.
We're in the criminal courts. If we can get the offender to admit that he has committed the offense and the victim to forgive, then we can say use restorative justice and to exercise mercy in the disposal of the matter.
After a $100 million expenditure, the Ministry of Justice was relocated to its new home at 61 Constant Spring Road by the summer of 2016.
The day after I was sworn in as Justice Minister, as the PS indicated, I went down to the ministry, hoping I will probably spend a few months there because I heard that we were going to be moving from the then ministry, only to be told the next morning I can't enter. The Public Health Authority has locked down the Ministry of Justice.
Other infrastructural upgrades in 2016 included general remedial works to Public Building west of the Court of Appeal. Repair work was also done to the Ramble Parish Court, the Family Court, the Halfway Tree Parish Court, and the Halfway Tree Criminal Court. The Supreme Court benefited from equipment upgrade. 2016 also witnessed significant investments to develop the technological infrastructure in the justice sector. Video link technology was installed at the Halfway Tree and Supreme Courts to facilitate witnesses who cannot be physically present in the courtroom. Digital audio recorders were installed in some courtrooms.
Our citizens would also like to know that a modern automated jury management system will be piloted before the end of 2016. This system will manage electronically the selection of and payment of jurors.
And 85 computers were bought for parish courts, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Office of Attorney General, and the Office of Parliamentary Counsel. More than 200 justices of the peace JPs received mandatory training during the year to improve their capacity to do the job.
This is the beginning of what we hope will be a long series of training. I'm hoping that many of you will become trainers. And, JPs are always asking, can we get some assistance, a stipend? And this is one area. If you become trainers, we hope that the trainers can be paid.
Meanwhile, more citizens are now helping to maintain law after 2,000 community leaders were sensitized on justice services. They were trained in areas such as restorative justice practices, mediation, drug court and drug abuse, human trafficking, child diversion, and legal aid. 15 judges received instruments of office in 2016. Her Honor Judith A. Pusey was appointed Chief Judge of the Parish Courts. Frank Williams and Carol Edwards were named judges of the appeal court in March, while Justices Paulette A. Williams and Carol C. Edwards were appointed judges of appeal in September. Rosemary Harris and Pamela Margot Mason were named masters in chambers. So too Carolyn Tai and Stephanie Jackson Hazley, who were later promoted to puisne judges. Sonia Bertram Linton, Dale Palmer, and Sonia M. Wint Blair were also appointed puisne judges. And Lorna Shelley Williams, Chester Stamp, and Vinette Graham Allen were appointed puisne judges of the Supreme Court. Calendar year 2016. Courthouses were rehabilitated, stakeholders trained, legislation updated, and new technologies employed. A year in which the ministry advanced access to justice for all.